Hey everybody, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Well, I'm here with Dan Priest again, here on this beautiful fall morning.
Gorgeous.
I mean, you can't beat the weather we're having right now. Dan, we're on the downhill slide of hurricane season, and we're going to talk today about insurance value or
Insurance to value.
insurance to value, and I'll let Dan explain that. He tried to give me a quick rundown, but I'm not very receptive to it. So, talk about what the insurance value, the receptive value.
Okay, so insurance to value is a lot of things, but first it is insurance companies are replacing the house. So insurance to value, what it includes and what it doesn't include. One of the things and the misconception is that when you're insuring something, it does not include the value of your property. So that is, if the house burned down or blew away, that property is still there. So that's not an inclusive part to what is insurable. The second part of insurance to value includes, in terms of getting you back where you belong and having enough insurance to restore you to where you are, and that is a movable number.
So, what you're talking about, I bought a house and it's $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
You better check first how I paid for it.
Right.
I bought a house for $1 million and it's beachfront, so the land was valued at $350,000.
Right.
So that leaves me $750,000.
$650.
$650. Yes, $650 for the house.
Yes.
And you want to make sure that we have an underinsured and we're not overinsured.
Right, so we don't want to insure for stuff that you're not going to get paid for, right? But underinsurance is not good either, because that's why you need to review, because property values change. And the cost, and when I say property values, I'm not talking about market value. I'm talking about the cost to reconstruct that home back to where it needs to be. So insurance to value is important to maintain that correct number. And it is also important to how you get paid and your expectation of being paid. So most people want, if you have a $100,000 loss, you want to get that $100,000 less your deductible. If you are overtly underinsured, then you may have a disappointment when that claim is being paid, because that could affect how you get paid. So you must be insured to value to get paid the way you want to be paid. Bless you.
Okay. And with building costs have gone up over the last 2 years.
They have.
And they go up gradually, but they've really made a jump over the last 2 years. You really need to go back and see and reiterate everything and make sure you're not underinsured then.
Yeah, it's hard, and from a consumer standpoint, here on the coast or anywhere, insurance costs are on the rise. And not just insurance costs are on the rise, property tax values are on the rise. So we all feel this pressure to kind of keep costs down, but the hole that we may be digging for ourselves is when we need it.
It's not, and like we said,
yeah.
It's not if, it's when.
It's going to be when, and it's important to have that thing insured correctly, and you have to make allotments for that in some way, shape, or form, and work with us or your current agent to get that part taken care of, because the unseen deductible of being way underinsured is much greater than what you might be able to do by modifying your first part of your deductible.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of times not your premium, but what you have to pay, you can adjust that, your deductible, and that can affect your insurance costs.
That's one way to affect your insurance costs. A lot of times insurance is really like going to the grocery store and you see the can of ranch style beans. Well, you can buy the little bitty can or the great big gallon size. Well, also in insurance, there are coverages that you may or may not want to adjust. And part of an agent's job is to talk to you about that and talk to you about what you are and are not insuring, and get you to the type of coverage that you need as well as that you want, and to get insured correctly.
Well, and it comes back to that reviewing and have a second opinion, just like
Sure.
you do with the doctor.
You bet.
You may have an insurance agent that you work with, but it's always good to get someone else to look at it to make sure they haven't overlooked something, or maybe you can make a suggestion. And I know, you know, Dan Priest and the girls that work at Priest Insurance Agency, they do that a lot. Y'all looked at my stuff. And so it's always good. It's just like a doctor's appointment. Every year you go in, they do blood work, they check you. They say something's wrong, you may want a second opinion. It's just like that with insurance. Once a year, you need to look at it and review it, because things change down here, and prices go up, prices go down. But go in and have someone look at it, or call Priest Insurance and have them look at it. Dan, if people want to get hold of you, maybe they've got car insurance they want to talk about, or home insurance, or business insurance, or golf cart insurance, or boat insurance, how can they get hold of y'all?
A couple of different ways. You can go to priestinsuranceagency.com or call the office 409-755-7600, and we'll be glad to talk with you and see if we can help, whether it's auto, home, commercial, life insurance. We're able to kind of fit those needs.
Great. Well, find them online at www.priestinsuranceagency.com. You can email them, you can call them, get more information. And Dan does have a home down here. He was pre-Ike, he's post-Ike. He's gone through and knows the coastal region especially, and his girls, what's Smiley's name?
Jamie.
Jamie does a great job, and she specializes almost, I guess you could say she specializes in coastal stuff.
She does. So, that's what she does for us.
Great gal, and she'll tell you like it is. So anyway, Dan, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll be back next week with more information on insurance, or something about insurance, unless we talk about fishing.
There you go.
We talked about shrimp the other week. Maybe we'll talk about fishing. Till next time, I'm David with Bolivar Live. Y'all have a great day, great week. Come see us. God bless, and bye-bye. Priest Insurance Agency has been located in the heart of Lumberton, Texas since 2001, providing a consultative approach and educating customers on how their insurance works for them throughout the coastal region of Texas. Priest Insurance specializes in the coastal region of Texas, covering home, auto, business, and recreational insurance. With ties to the coastal communities, Dan Priest has had the sand between his toes since 1972, with a home on Bolivar Peninsula in Galveston County. He survived a storm named Ike, but lost his home. With insurance coverage, his family was able to rebuild following the 2008 storm and continues to make memories beachfront. Priest Insurance specializes in the coastal communities, family dwellings, investment property, and business insurance. They've been there. Whether you're looking for or have a family retreat along the Texas coast, investment property, or a business, Priest Insurance would be honored to work with you and your family to make sure you're covered anytime trouble arises. For more information on Priest Insurance and their contact information, please visit their website at www.priestinsuranceagency.com, or their office is open for phone calls with questions and consultation Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. by calling 409-755-7600. Priest Insurance Agency, working and educating customers, making sure they understand and have the coverage they deserve.